believe solid was orange in the map bans, but I don't know if it matters or not.
The old Moss is giving us issues, Trick.
Oh, Moss.
Classic.
right, welcome to Week 1, Game 4 of Gamers United. It's Vaulted Esports versus Team Solid. How are you doing tonight, Flynn?
Doing good. How are you?
Very good. Perfect night for some Siege.
Yeah, tonight we're looking at a game on Cafe. Both teams looking to be prepared here, going into their first game of Week 1. So we're starting out with a Thatcher ban from Team Solid. I mean, that's pretty standard. That's normally what you'd expect, especially on Cafe.
Even with the meta shift, Thatcher is still going to be a solid ban on pretty much every map. And next up is the Ace, which is pretty much a no-brainer. He can make this map a living hell for the defenders with the angles he can open up.
Yeah, having Ace on the board can really make or break attacks, honestly. He can do the job of 2 hard breachers in one execute, honestly. So that's a solid ban as well.
That and with the smokes, he's just an all-around all-star. And the Maestro is also a very good ban on this map as well, mainly just for upstairs, though. Upstairs is kind of Maestro's home ground with all the angles you can get.
Yeah, that's an interesting one for sure.
I would probably see a mirror ban here from Team Solid. Either that or a Malusi, maybe?
Or with Echo back in play, you might see him also. Oh, yeah,
yep,
mirror. You're
gonna
right.
be the mirror ban.
As expected. As expected.
Mirror's got a lot of good spots on this map, especially in the third floor cocktail site overlooking your cigar. You get a lot of good angles there. And with the reading hole, you can place it upstairs and get some good angles into piano. So not really a surprise.
So reading room first. Mute Mozzie making its way back into the meta, kind of as we expected, with the utility dump kind of being set to the side. On attack, we have a standard setup. Val gonna get 6 picked, but the IQ is already on the board for Voltage Esports, so that should be countered out if used effectively.
Yeah, the 6 pick there, I can understand if it fits into the strat, but I honestly think Echo with the shield is, especially holding upstairs, might have been a better play here. I might be wrong, though.
I expect them to use the delay with Mute and Mozzie paired with the Valve to potentially use the C4 from under. To delay the push is likely what they'll try and do with that. Or there's always the possibility of running out onto east side, which is also common in ranked.
Very true. Got to get those ranked route plays in when you can.
Yeah, week 1, why not start early?
Looking at this, really looks pretty standard so far with the reinforcements upstairs. Looks like they're going to reinforce that piano hatch. I'm interested to see how extended they'll play upstairs. A lot of teams just like to hold the cocktail white stairs area, but some teams extend all the way out into piano. So I'm really, really interested with this.
Yeah, how much are they willing to dedicate up there is the real question. Ash right off the rip, repelling up. Might try and get an early pick here on Repel. We'll see where she pushes. Oh, and she'll start droning. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, gathering intel before deciding anything. Probably smart. So
looks
4
like it
upstairs
is
right now.
Yeah. I think it's actually might just be the one upstairs with the mute playing over on cocktail.
Yeah, a few might have dropped off.
Yeah.
Oh no, we see Mozzie by Pixel. Or is that underneath?
No, that's under this down there. So, but you do have Jaeger playing near pallets there.
Right.
So he is going to hold the white
upstairs.
stairs area from pallets.
And they're going to drone through main bar and figure out that they should be able to push in here pretty soon with only the mutant cocktail. Jaeger moving over to heaven window. Surely there's no one on Repel behind him, otherwise he'd be fried. Oh, and here's going to be our first encounter. He's shooting drones. The drone economy a lot down early, honestly. And there's the first pick. Sutton going to find it onto Pinito from that C3 area in Cocktail. He's aware that someone's near his window. Nomad's watching brown stairs here. How are they going to push this mute out? I don't think that Ash was able to dispose of the shield.
No, honestly, you got to think, what is the Ash thinking there? Pushing right into cocktail with the shield there. Looks like Zofa might make mistakes here.
Well, hopefully she'll get the call that the shield's still up and then she can clear it. And Mute's just crouch walk back in. Yeah, they don't seem to have a lot of intel. It could be because so many of the drones were shot early. And the mutant Mozzie to begin with. Really denying any sort of push here. Looks like they're stacking up outside reading door. Yeah, they might just push for it. Minute left. They might try and go default. C4 misses. But they still have 2 C4s up on the board and 3 smokes from what we can tell. Thermite with the pick. Nomad with the pick. Oh, and we see a flurry back and forth. 3v2 situation here for the attack. And they're going for the plant on default. Smoke, I think, misses. And plant goes down. 40 seconds. Oh, here we have a 2v2 post-plant situation. Sophia's getting lit up. Oh, and she'll be able to get 1 pick. Jaeger last alive. He's going to look towards Pillar. How's he going to find these 2 last frags? Looks like they have him cut off and still 1 above. This should be an easy win for the attack. Oh, but there's 1, and he has the other. Oh, no. Voltage eSports wins round 1. Sophia clutching it out. There was an absolute flurry at the end there. Lots of action.
I think I'm going to name Xpre the MVP of that round. That was just such a good play upstairs to get the pick on mute, to be able to cover that from up top, and then the final kill on the Jaeger. It was a really good late push.
Just when we thought the upstairs push, yeah, exactly, it was late. Just when we thought it had been stopped in its tracks, Sophia goes off upstairs and fries everyone. Really opening it up for the attack.
Looks like it's going to be the same lineup here for Team Solid as they're going back to the same site. And it's like, I think they're like, hey, I think we can win that. Let's run it back. We know what we did wrong. We know the mistakes.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
See if they set it up very similar. Maybe they devote 1 more person upstairs to try to hold that a little better. Because the big thing about that reading default plant is you need upstairs control to get it off, honestly.
Right, exactly. The Valk being brought out again, even though they brought IQ last time. Either IQ had issues finding the cams, or it wasn't called properly that the Valk would be countered out here. Maybe with a good spread across the map of Valk cams, if you spread them out evenly, IQ will be able to get all of them in the time limit, especially with the Mutant Mozzie. Delaying the attack, but that's a curious pick for round 2 after IQ was brought the first round.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
I see the 1 adjustment there. Or no, he's going to go ahead and reinforce it. I was going to say, I thought they were going to leave that open.
I was curious about that too.
Looks like they did go ahead and pre-make the hole above default, though, so that he could shoot him if he's still up there.
Oh yeah, there it is. And overall, just watch the cross through that double door from underneath too. Early.
If they can hold cocktail, that's going to be a really strong position.
I suspect they'll have a harder time if Ash slows down and uses her utility this time.
A bomb has been located.
So typical clear coming in from the piano side. They're going to breach top red, the mini bar, take control of piano. I suspect they'll run into drone denial here shortly, likely at White Stairs hallway door here. Sophia's getting ready to peek it. Oh, she's getting a Z-ping here or something. Why? Someone must have been there and just rotated off. Oh, and our first engagement, Jaeger with a nice peek. Nice shot by Hedge.
Ash in here crouch walking through freezer. We'll see if she makes the same mistake challenging that shield.
Looks like she's following a drone this time. Here comes in the peek, which is still the shield. Oh, but she catches Jaeger snoozing and gets the double kill. Good play by Panito, but really they should have went to try and dispose of the shield first, but it works out. 4v1 situation. Impact gets Ezero. And Panito will find Mako for the 3K. What a flurry of kills by Voltage eSports.
Very strong round from Voltage eSports there. I would look for Team Solid not to go back to reading. I think that they attacked it more efficiently and got the win more decisively the first round or the second round than the first round. It will look like they are going to go up to bar. I wonder if they will stick that echo. That's the real question in my mind. That is a total of 4 shields if they do stick the echo. That could make for some very interesting play near Pixel. We also don't see a Wamai ban and no Wamai brought to play Pixel, which I guess with the new meta it's understandable, but I still
and
like they are going
to decided 2 shields was enough here.
And Malusi is probably going to be very vital for stopping that push in from minibar if that is where Voltage decides to push in from. So far, a very strong attacking half so far from Voltage on a pretty defender-sided map here in Cafe.
Yeah, you'd have to think last round if the Mute was more aggressive on the shield. The Mute kind of let her teammate Jaeger get shot in the back there. Maybe the calls weren't exactly on point here. Looks like they are going to be setting up some ADSs on Pixel. Malusi's to cover the white stairs, as you'd expect. And the setup looks pretty standard. You have a freezer reinforced, you have holes in the bar wall to look into piano from heaven. Likely going to be covered by, I'd assume, the Echo.
If I had to make a guess, it would probably be the Echo playing over there near the heaven balcony.
Here, Nash is going to come up on the east balc right off the rip. She's going to look for a pick on white stairs. Upside down rappel. Here it is, and she's going to find it. No, but she's going to light up hedge to about 50-49 HP. About half. And here we see some abuse of the suitcase. Trying to make the angle better for Pixel, make it easier to play there. Curious to leave minibar soft here. Minibar wall, top red.
I personally don't see that going well for them, with leaving that open, since it's such a strong point of contention for the defense on this site, mostly.
Yeah, you don't really see giving piano control working out too well most of the time. That's something you'd normally like to contest, at least for as long as you can. Especially on,
with the control pixel. That
agreed. Oh, first pick coming out from Sutton on a Panito. That was either, where was that? Was that outside on the AC unit, or was that bottom white? Okay, so Jaeger's still Pixel, they're droning him out. They have minibar control due to the lack of reinforcements. He also has an angle onto news drop. He's going to go for drones, and oh, it doesn't pay off. Unfortunate. Expiry going to find the pick on the hedge on Pixel. They have full piano control now. They can go for a push through the freezer. Thermite's still up for the hard breach. Do they have any denial? No, they do not.
Looks like Malusi's going to destroy their own shield there. Maybe thinking it was a Goyo from the 6-pick. But then immediately get a pick onto Stale, so it might have worked out.
3v4 for the defense, and IQ's going to get lit up under new drop. They're going to open up the freezer. This is going to make the execute a little bit easier, even despite being down numbers. Table bunkered up in the freezer here, and he's just going to await the push from Cigar Door. Thermite's going to get a huge pick to make it a 3v3 even mag count going into the execute with 30 seconds left. He knows one's in the freezer. Double stun, expect a push here. They rush in, and he gets one. Is he going to know where the second is? Top white? No, he gets fried. It's a 2v2 essentially with Plant going down. But do they know where it is? Echo's still on the board. Can he deny it? No, Thermite's going to get a pick. Echo, all he has to do is deny this. He doesn't. 1v2 now, post-plant situation. Both low health, doable. Echo's a 3 armor. And looking for her first pick here. Creeping towards freezer, he's going to look towards the Z ping, but Thermite's moved off. They switch to a red ping that's more live. He sees the gun, but he isn't going to be able to get the kill. He doesn't know where to look, and impact the IQ. Going to shut down Mako. Another solid round from the attack.
And honestly, with that round, Voltage has met their quota for attack rounds here on Cafe. I mean, it's any rounds they win in excess is just going to make it easier on their defensive half.
Yeah, 3-3 on attack. You're laughing on Cafe if you're going 3-3 on attack, because then you get to defend reading, you get to defend bar, and you get to defend kitchen, all which are pretty defender sided. And a 6-pick off the Nomad here. Looks like they like the Valk better. I suspect the IQ last round was able to negate the Echo drones, and that's why he wasn't able to deny the plant. Oh, and we're going to see a shift off the Nomad to the Lion. Not finding the flank watch too useful.
This is going to be a very interesting switch off here onto the line. Just, I mean, he still brings so much utility even after all the nerfs he's been through. And if you can lock down anybody's position, then that's, I mean, it just makes the roam clear so much easier.
We do have the soft counter of the mute up though. That if they're really bunkering down here, it should be able to help at least a little bit.
10 seconds left.
It's a curious spot for the shield in White Hall there, right on piano door on Pixel. Normally, if it's moved up a bit forward, I find it a little bit easier to get aggressive on. But maybe he's just more playing it safe and being able to retreat.
Also, they could run into some real issues here if someone repels or just goes on the AC. I'm pretty sure you can see that angle from AC.
You can.
If they don't have somebody watching.
Yep, you're
This could
right.
be a free pick right off the rip. It does look like a very similar setup, if not the exact same setup here from Team Solid. I guess we'll see if they can make the adjustments. Still no minibar reinforcements though.
Yeah, that's curious.
Oh no, they did
Oh,
reinforce
they
it.
do.
Never mind, they did.
Okay, good adjustment. They brought that Valk instead of the Echo, so maybe they'll try and deny from below this time as opposed to just using direct denial with the Echo drones. Quick drop here, getting droned into Pixel. And Panito's already in piano. They're just going for it. They're going to try and clear the shield here and just push White Hall. The shield's gone, and looks like they have piano control. Spirey going to get aggressive here onto the bar rotate. Ash, they're just going to clear all their utility and set up for the same execute, I imagine. Lion comes out. Probably going to get Thermite in here to Thermite the freezer wall. And they have half the round. This is really good. Quick control for Team Solid.
I think they made a good adjustment where they saw they were bringing the same operators, probably going to do the same strat, and they knew exactly what to do just because they had already done it.
eSports, excuse me.
Yes, Voltage eSports.
One more Malusi clear. There it goes. They've opened the freezer wall here, so this should push the defense into a position where the attack should be able to execute. First pick comes up from Ash on the Mako. That's the Valk down. So that's one of your C4s. Mute's already used his C4. They have no more denial other than the Toxic Wave. And Lion's in sight! He fries the smoke, he's looking towards freezer, almost gets another. Peeks of Malusi dies, Malusi trades it out, 4v3. Expiry, getting shot, pumped. Smoke gets a double kill. Here's Jaeger. 3v1 IQ. Probably unlikely to win it, gets one. But can't get the other. Locked out on defense.
An absolute fury of kills there by Team Solid to take that round. That had every inclination of a attacking win there, just from the early control to the freezer control. But then they just held it down.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly what happened. Did the smoke come up, or the mute come up White Hall? You got a flurry of pump kills and an SMG kill.
Yeah, that would be my guess, is that the mute just crouch walked right up White Hall. Maybe that is why they're switching back to the Nomad.
Yeah, maybe they likely had one person hard holding the flank. Oh, Dokkaebi instead of Lion this time.
They are going to switch onto the Dokkaebi. And they have to switch down to Kitchen. Team Solid has, obviously, because they just lost Bar. But they started with the castle, and they're going to 6-pick onto the smoke.
Curious not bringing any denial for the basement, other than the mute.
Looks like it is going to be a bakery hold here. With the one Malusi right there in bakery and reinforcing the small bake wall. Jaeger putting 2 ADSs there. Someone is more than likely going to hold bakery here. They got the standard rotate down to bottom red stairs into coat check. Barricading off Whiskey Door with the rotate, so someone will more than likely be playing Bar. I'm interested to see if they opened up the freezer walls at all, if they will have someone playing VIP. And they're going to barricade it off.
Thermite with a cheeky drone up above the Whiskey Bar. He had one up over the freezer wall.
You love to see it.
Alright, so it looks like potentially an upstairs clear here. Yep. Looks like they're going to start on the roof and clear their way down smart. As they're likely going to try and get rid of the denial here on the walls and then try and turn right into bakery or freezer. Maybe even potentially go for a hatch drop here. Efficient droning. They're already droning through the third and second floor simultaneously. So if they call it free, they should have a lot of map control right off the rip. They have 3 attackers with breach charges in the lineup. That's all the soft destruction you could need to play vertically. Sophia pushing down white, just waiting for the call that all of second floor is clear. And I think it is. I think it's free for the taking. Yep, and they're going to take it.
Yeah, it looks like Team Solid has completely ignored the top 2 floors of this map. This should be a pretty easy sweep from upstairs, and then they can get rid of the denial and be able to open up pretty much whatever they want here.
With both freezer walls reinforced too, it doesn't matter if anyone's playing in VIP. They should be able to push everybody out of sight and drop the hatch, honestly. If you're not going to roam, you need someone playing in VIP watching the freezer drop through the freezer. So we'll see how this works out. Sophia creeping in towards Whiskey. Is going to lose the fight onto the smoke, surprisingly. Or the mute, rather.
Sutton has been absolutely fantastic on this SMG-11 today.
6 and 3. He is absolutely gunning. He knows one's gold. He's going to peek it, because why not? And he gets down. IQ with the commando doing too much damage with 1.5. They're going to have full Whiskey control, and they're going to open up freezer. If they Thermite's going to get a pick too. If they still have upstairs control, this should be a free plant in the 4v3 situation here. Doe could be shot down to 1 health though. Where was that? Smoke lit too. He's going to creep back into sight. If it's anyone still holding above though is the question. This Jaeger and Smoke are both in positions that should be punished. We have Malusi still hiding in Kochak here. Waiting for a potential push from Brown or Red. And Malusi's going to get one.
She's going to get one through the Kochak window, probably to bottom Brown. Watching this Whiskey rotate here.
So we have 1 above and 2 pushing through the freezer. That's a huge pick. No need to overextend here. Just get the plant down behind the bomb. 3v2.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, the timing! But she's going to get the kill for Ash. Ash is with the double kill for the clutch. That's a very strong cover of the diffuser.
It's a very good rotate up to Whiskey from the Malusi, but the Ash coverage was just too good.
There was a split-second window there, but it looks like the Malusi missed it. Yeah, the defense there gave up way too much control early, and the attack said thank you very much. Decided to play vertically and open up the freezer, and it was all she wrote there.
The thing is, they didn't even need to open up the freezer there.
They could have just dropped.
Yeah,
that just opened up
they gave
another
him so much
avenue.
control that they gave him so much control they didn't even need to drop. They are going to 6-pick back onto the Dokkaebi, and they must have liked what role that fulfilled for them. And they are going to bring the K this time, 6-pick off the Valk. I don't think the Valk has had that much effect onto the game today just because of the good IQ play by Impact. I feel like they're doing a good job finding those Valk cams and neutralizing them before they can give them any intel. It looks like they aren't going to make a red rotate this time. So I'm probably no one playing in Kochak or Whiskey. It might be more of a roam center, especially with the Mozzie upstairs. Yep, looks like they're going to roam all the way upstairs.
This will likely be the play, honestly. Even if it's just to deny time, this is probably the play. If they start top floor, shoot a few drones, fall back to the second floor, shoot a few drones, fall back to bunkered positions, that would waste so much more time and leave the attackers scrambling for enough time to play vertically and set up their actual execute. We'll see how well of a job they do it here. He's going to lie down on the piano and hide. Absolute rat angle if he stays there. He might just be there for now to get intel. But as we've been seeing every round, the attackers are going to take the top floor almost immediately as soon as they can. And get ready to clear from top down.
Both the eSports has to have some inclination that they're roaming though, just because they saw the Mozzie and the Vigil come out into the reveal phase. So they have to know at least that.
They should potentially expect it here. Let's see, Zophia's Gonna shoot the Mozzie. That's a good angle onto the Mozzie pass. That's good map awareness. The drones are gonna come through. Mozzie playing over in Cocktail, expecting the push from Cigar side. Likely it has the Vigil over by White. Yep.
This could prove to be deadly for him if he gets soft ping though, because he can just get shot right from Cigar with no cover. So if they drone him out and see the soft ping, and he doesn't have time to drop off,
they're gonna
he
drone
could
right
get
past him.
wallbanged.
They droned right past him. This is huge. The crouch walk. He's gonna run right into her. He doesn't know. He knows. He got the Zofia. That's one. But the trade on to likely the Vigil. So that's a 1-for-1 on the roam already. That's a good start. A lot of utility lost with Zofia. And 3 breach charges. Ash still looking for it. Mozzie's gonna find another one on the IQ. That's huge. And almost a third. Oh, they're gonna get shut down by Panito. Good play. Flanking around with the calls. He almost should have had that thermite also. That would have been huge and shut down the attack if he was able to kill the hard breach.
That already is a huge roam for Solid just due to the 6 breach charges it got off the board for Voltage.
Absolutely.
Now they're just left with the 3 that Ash brings, and they're not. Oh, that's going to be an easy pick onto the person in Freezer though. It's going to be Hedge on the Jaeger downstairs. They're really going to have to pick and choose on which angles they want to clear here. It looks like they're just going to go for the same Freezer drop though, or the same Freezer wall.
Yeah, last breach charge going down now. They're going to try and set up for an execute with around 30 seconds left. They're going to go for the same freezer push, but if they don't have the right holes, the Jaeger is going to be able to persist.
It's a good call by Panito to go ahead and use 2 of those breaching charges to open up, or 2 of the Ash charges to open up the floor for this Dokkaebi playing upstairs. With 15 seconds left, this should be a Team Solid win, but not if Panito gets in there with the frag.
Another one from the Dokkaebi. Cade's gonna get 1, get 2. 1v1 situation, 7 seconds left.
5 seconds remaining.
But does he know where the push is coming from? He doesn't really know where to look. He's just hiding at this point. Plant's not going down. And that's gonna be a defender win. Team Solid. Cade clutches it out.
It took him the entire half to get some kills, but Mako, you won a round. You got the ones that mattered.
In good fashion, too. Okay, so that's half.
Yeah, that is a 4-2 attacking half for Voltage Esports here on Cafe. That is more than you could ever wish for. Looks to be a very similar lineup being brought out by Solid, except for the Sledge instead of the IQ. And I honestly don't get the sense of 6-picking off the Valk here with no IQ in play. Maybe it is to bait an IQ 6-pick, maybe? They are going to bring the double hard breach, though, with Espirito playing the Habana and Mako playing the Thermite.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Yeah, Valk obviously being 6th onto the castle. They likely have some hold set up in mind for the upstairs here on reading.
Very interesting to see reading is the first bomb site for both of these teams here today.
It's so good.
I wouldn't say it's the best bomb site on the map, though, in my opinion.
You know what? I might say that. I think it's up there. I think it could be for a lot of teams, honestly.
The reason why Cafe is such a good defender-sided map, though, is that it does have 3 very good bomb sites, and a lot of teams, especially at the T1 level, have been finding success with mining here recently.
Yeah, and a decent 4th, right? So
yeah.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
So Voltage Esports in a very good spot here to start the second half of this match. You see sound proximity mines going out under the hatch to be able to call the drop for those playing upstairs. And down 2 rounds to 4, they're not taking any chances watching for spawn peaks from the piano windows here. Ash going to be repelled in pillars here, looking for a pick on a heaven. And this is a good angle, honestly. So we have 3 ops upstairs. Castle's likely going to drop or hold Whitehall, one or the other.
And the setup is still going on from Voltage Esports here, and it's 45 seconds into the round.
Okay, so they're playing with a little bit of a different approach with the rotating the freezer. As opposed to hard holding and cocktail, they're spread more towards pixel, freezer, and cocktail. So they're kind of shutting it down. And they have a 4th upstairs. Maluzi's going to be playing Cigar. What is this? Castled in. I don't know if I've ever seen this before. This is either going to be extremely innovative or get shut down immediately. There's no drone now. She's going to get droned, surely. There's no way. There's one pick on the Ash. What are you doing? That Ash is so mad. How do you not drone the Maluzi? And she's allowed to persist. No one's there to trade. The Ash with the solo drop. 3 drones winning, calling it clear. And she's going to drop off for free. What a play by the Maluzi. I'm dumbfounded.
Yeah, that is 4 drones that miss the Maluzi. Hiding in Cigar there, and it's going to be the Goyo getting the pick onto the window. The upside down repelled. I believe that was Sutton on the Zofia. It's actually a very strong position here in Freezer for the Goyo.
Still finding it here.
There's no way he survives.
He wins it onto the sledge. He was 1 health.
1 health gets the
Everything
kill with the
wrong.
shotgun through the floor. It is just Mako left in the 1v5. He is going to make that a 1v4 with a quick pick onto the Jaeger. I'm interested to see if they'll play this aggressive or if they'll drop off, and it doesn't matter. Panito up at the red stairs there to get the final pick on the Thermite.
Everything went wrong for Solid that round that could have gone wrong. That is not a good way to start your attacks on a defender-sided map already down 4-2. 5-2 now.
With 4 drones missing the Malusi of Panito sitting in Cigar, that's crazy.
I wonder how much the castles were meant to prevent a push into bar, or if that was their primary focus, or if they were to bait the attackers to miss droning the Malusi, assuming that no one would be playing there because they're castled out. But really, he's castled in.
That would be a big brain move, a big 5-head move.
Might be 300 IQ.
Might be.
Voltage.
You could say. Looks like they are going to bring the Wamai this time as they go upstairs. I would bet money that Wamai is going to be playing Pixel. They are going to bring the castle too, so we could see a pretty similar castle setup. So a lot of times you do defend reading often like you would defend bar.
Yeah, very similar setup likely going to come out. The big point of contention here is going to be on Pixel, with the Wamai likely playing behind a shield. I think Smoke's the only one who'll be able to bring one, as Wamai had his shield taken away with this update. But he'll likely have an ADS or 2 and Wamai to help him there. And they're going to set up a bathroom. Some influence from the Sonic there. Same idea as holding Pixel, just a little bit safer. As the attackers have to be a lot more accurate with their projectiles. And a little bit of a more forgiving angle for the Wamai 2 on the Pixel towards minibar.
So far, a very solid setup from Voltage upstairs. It's going to be very hard pushing that Wamai out of bathroom.
Looks like they have Panito playing underneath for a potential C4 also.
Pino going 11-4 so far this game. A very hot game from him. Playing on the Ash and now the Malusi. Sledge going to go ahead and take care of these Ashes.
No way they left any bar wall soft also. And they have the Jaeger playing aggressive here next to the Humidor. Cigar. He might swing it. He's going to get the sledge. I don't think anyone's droned, and he's going to drop off for free with no trade. Big pick for Voltage eSports here, as they're running away with this one, honestly. Ash pushing down red, looking to find the roamers. A late reinforcement coming out here from the Jaeger.
And those pocket reinforcements just got stronger with that 1 second decrease. It's you can almost put the reinforcements up before anybody can do anything about it now.
Yeah, put them down on the fly. Why not? Adapt on the fly to where they're pushing and just reinforce. So why still hunkered down here? This should be a hard position to be pushed out of. And he gets fried on Pixel for nothing, just for a drone. We saw that happen on both sides. Way too overexcited on defense here, and it's just opened up. They're going to be able to execute on the freezer. Ash is going to find one on the impact now, and that's your smoke gone. This actually just got a whole hell of a lot easier.
Looks like Esperto on the Habana is going to just go and open up a wall into Freezer. Just curious to see where the Thermite of Maiko is going to use these Thermite charges, because they still don't have an entry into Cigar. They might have to funnel through that doorway.
4v3 here. Yeah, and you're right. They're gonna go for default right there at the beginning, at the opening of bar. They didn't shotgun it out all the way. They probably won't be able to see him. Thermite's gonna get a pick. They do see him from the rotate. Zophia's gonna take the place. It's a 2v2 now. She's gonna get the plant down. Ash with the perfect cover once again. Jaeger creeping through minibar. 1v1 gets the trade. Is he gonna get the planter? He downs Zofia. And that's a clutch post plant.
Stale with the 4K that round and a great 1v1 there to win the round for Voltage Esports and push us to match. Man, if I'm Voltage Esports right now, I am ecstatic by this game so far. A 4-2 attacking half and then winning your first 2 defenses put you right there on deck to win this game.
Yeah, Solid really playing into the strats of Voltage here. I don't know why they'd Habana instead of thermiting the freezer wall there. They really could have sent someone in there deep to cover, or get an extra pick or 2. So Mute and Mozzie coming out again with the Cade. They're going kitchen. Sledge going to be huge if they can take upstairs control. Oh, and I didn't even notice they're going to 6 off the Clash. That would have been interesting if they would have stuck it.
Looks like a pretty standard defending lineup here for Voltage Esports on the downstairs, with the Mute and the Vigil and the Mozzie coming out to try to lay upstairs. You see Vigil running upstairs immediately. Cade downstairs to deny the walls. This is looking like a very solid round so far, just with the lineup.
With Thatcher off the board banned and no IQ being brought by the attackers, it'll likely be hard to get past this drone denial. I expect them to stall out initially, pushing out the roamers, because they don't have anything to clear it with. Sledge is going to have to get to the second floor in Fireplace and Reading, or not Reading, rather, in Dining, to try and play vertically, get the denial off the walls, get a few picks, but he might not even be able to get there.
And this round setup for Voltage Esports looks much more structured than the one we saw from Team Solid, just for the utility placement. And they are going to open up Freezer Wall. They might. They're all stacked up right there.
VIP.
They still have one playing in VIP. That's going to be this Dale. I guess he dropped back from upstairs there. Yeah, it looks like they're going to push in through the window and through the main entrance here. Already opening up
they have all 18 Habana pellets stacked right there, and they're just going to get shot on with no one following up to push this. That is such a waste of utility. Sophia is going to get the first pick though, but Ash is going to be traded out by the Mozzie. But an instant refrag again from the Sledge on VIP window, holding it with the 1.5 times on the L8. And just like that, we have a 4v3. Make that a 4v2. As Impact goes down to Hedge. Instantly retraded on gold stairs, on brown stairs rather, by the Vigil. Finito, who's still roaming on the second floor. So here we have the Cade with the TCSG doing some major damage onto the white stairs landing. Onto Habana, who's 1 HP. So 3v2, but in the HP department, this is very winnable for the defenders. Vigil, top floor, he's still lurking. And they didn't clear anything. Oh, but they are going to get the pick onto the Vigil. Or onto the Cade, rather. And the kill onto the Vigil. Big round from Sutton onto Sophia. Big round.
Sutton is trying to crawl Team Solid back in this game. He's, I believe that's over 10 kills for him so far. Yeah, 11 for him so far. He is crawling this team back. It's like, I don't want this game to be over. He's doing his darndest. Looks like it's going to be back to Reading for Voltage Esports here. Bringing the Goyo again in the castle. Looks like a very similar setup.
Same lineup from the attack, however.
Looks like they're taking the age-old approach of make them beat us there and keep doing it till it doesn't work.
Yeah, and why not? The attack haven't showed any real indication that they're willing to take the right steps to clear, whether that means droning or utility or what have you.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So I don't expect to see Benito playing in Cigar behind the cigar shop desk this time.
It'd be such a power play if he did, though.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
You have to imagine the comms for Team Solid are make sure we drone out the cigar closet this time. Make sure that we slow down and get this right. Step 1, drone.
It's like similar castles coming out here. Curious they're going to open up the piano hatch into train room. Normally we see that reinforced because attackers can push in and breach the wall into dining and plant in a spot that's almost completely safe from the rotate in reading room.
This is going to be a nasty angle here from Benito, laying down inside cigar closet to try and get an angle on red stairs. Let's see if she gets droned off or if they position someone outside red to watch the drop.
And it looks like, yeah, they're going to be hard holding piano, so that's why they're holding with the hatch open. This might be 4 men up there with piano, likely is. He's getting aggressive onto the hatch. But he's not going to be rewarded for it. But same setup, he's playing in the same spot. This might be a big bait and switch, actually. Nash is going to make the bait. He's going to jump out. And he's going to get only 1. And 2 are going to be traded back. Castle's going to be lit up from the Goyo shield. And he's going to fall back to White Hall. And just like that, they have good job from Voltage from Team Solid here, taking piano control early. Hatch is already open for them.
And even with that, those 2 kills traded back on the run out, you have to say that it might be worth it with the Ash gone and with the Heartbreakers both on low health. It might have been worth the run out.
And
definitely an HP advantage coming.
Agreed, why not? Sutton's gonna find another one. He's not gonna be ready for the castle to swing him though. He's reloading. That's free. Free pick for the castle. Castle traded instantly though. 1v3 situation for the attack. And Impact's left on site all by himself. Does have a C4 in hand. Could make this a 1v2 pretty easily. But with a minute left, this is going to be hard for him to win. Especially with the sledge above destroying all sorts of floorboards and vertical angles. This C4 could hit though. But no, surely not. He kind of whiffed it. I don't know if it would have gotten anyone anyways.
It definitely looked like that could have been a very dangerous C4.
This is the play for sure. He's getting aggressive on white. There's one. He's going to reload. That was the play for sure. And no, he's going to get finished from the laundry drop. The sledge drops and finishes them off. Team Solid still in this game.
That was a very solid upstairs take from Team Solid. They made their necessary adjustments to win there. I'm not sure where that pick on the Jaeger was, but that, as well as the hop out on the Lucy and the refrag there, was critical to get to taking that.
Scoreline getting a little closer now at 6-4. They're going to go back to reading once again. Likely void of the runouts this time.
You know how it goes. You're up 6-3. You feel like you can take a few risks, and all of a sudden the team starts crawling back. I'm sure we've all had those ranked games as well. Let's be honest.
Yeah, honestly.
We've all been up 3-0 going into defense and ran out and got slapped. It's all happened.
So I'm curious to see where they're actually going to use Capital's utility here. Whether it'll be solely used for the execute or whether it'll be to clear them out of Cocktail or Pixel if they decide to hold piano aggressively again.
Honestly, that's a very good 6-pick coming out from Esferto, realizing that the Habana really haven't made that much of an impact from a utility standpoint and making the change.
Well, the one round he used all pellets on the freezer wall and 99% of them got shut off instantly.
Agreed, yeah, I think that's a very smart play there from Team Solid. I don't know whose call it was, but it was a very good one to make. Kept out bringing so much utility with those fireballs and those smoke bolts to get the plant down, as well as kind of push out from these anchored positions that Voltage Esports is going to try to hold upstairs.
Agreed. Very smart pick. Panito, once again, where else would he be? This is his K9 spot. I'm going to change the call on our team that this is Panito. I'm not calling it Star Shop anymore.
It is now Panito. Congrats.
And he's going to try and get an early pick under the hatch once again.
When Table comes up to sledge these hatches, he might be in for a big surprise here.
If only he dropped a nade on it. Oh, this is a good adjustment, honestly, to get the angle. If they don't get fried off of it.
Just watching that rotate right stairs will give them a lot of control. Panito going to get... Is that a breaching charge? Yeah, no, it was a Zofia impact.
Good usage of utility, too, using the sledge to open the castle rather than wasting an Ash breach round.
It does look like Sutton used both of those Zofia breaching rounds. I don't know if it was unintentional or whether he used one somewhere else. Panito going to go ahead and drop off, though. He is downstairs in mining.
Well, that's a shame. I was hoping to see him hold it once again. No minibar reinforcement, but they are going to be holding pixels. Sledge is going to push in. If there's no utility denial here, he should be able to throw a nade and punish this castle.
I think I did see him put one near minibar during the prep phase, though. So if he doesn't know it's there, that might be a good play. Is just a nade him out of.
Where could he put it though?
He put it behind one of the. He put it behind one of the chairs. So he's gonna shoot it right there. Yep.
Good shot by the castle. Sledge pretty much giving away his position, opening that barricade right there. One on Mini looking for the trade. But he's going to rotate back out. Castle's getting aggressive here. I don't think they know it. Flash is going out. They're going to go right past him. He's not blind. Right there's another pick onto the Sutton, but he gets traded out instantly. 4v3. Great play by the Castle. All his utilities down. There's nothing left for him to do after that. He got 2 picks. He did his job. Good play. Ash pushing up aggressively. Goyo Shield's going to get popped here just to delay the push a little bit. TCSG silenced. Looking to do some damage, and he really could punish the Ash here, who's already only 50 HP. And she will. Headshot, so it won't matter. Hedge is going to go down from expiry. 4v2 situation here, Capitan. They're going to open up Freezer. Now that would be the play normally, but with only 2 people left, the rest of this attack will be a lot harder. Pushing up White Hall now, looking for the pick. He's going to get slow from White and not know it. He flicks, though. What a great kill from Espro. Sound cues must have been on point right there. They're just going to go for a drop rate in the laundry. And he dies instantly from the SMG-11. What are you doing? Oh, only 2 seconds left. Double kill from Impact. And that GG's in the chat.
That is going to be the win of Voltage Esports 7-4 here on Cafe. And for me, you honestly got to think, what is Team Solid thinking there? They were starting to crawl back there, and it was a 2v3, and they just decided to drop laundry with no information?
Yeah, well, they had very limited time. After their players got picked, they only had about 10 seconds left. They had to make a play.
Gotcha.
And fell right into the waiting arms of the smoke. Or mute, the SMG-11 player.
Just such a very contested game. Good crawlback by Team Solid. Lee. Gotcha.
And we'll move. So waiting now for the interview for the player from Voltage Esports. And it is Nintendo.
It is the cigar god himself, Panito here.
It's the man. It's the man himself.
What's up, guys?
And that was some great plays there in Cigar. That was misdroned you 4 times, and you got plenty of good kills from that spot.
Yeah. I was kind of scared at the end. Because we finally knew.
Congrats on the 7-4 win. First off, let's just start off and see about how did the team get together? What are kind of the dynamics? Just kind of fill us in a little bit on that. Tell us how to, let us get to know you a little bit.
How it started? All right. I've been playing with Melon since like May. We've just been like around different rosters, and been with Impact since like June. We picked up Xperi as a replacee in like September, and then we just picked up Stale for our or like our IGL.
Was he the one who came up with the cigar hold strat?
Yeah,
It worked out for him then.
yeah.
Stale having a very good game as well. And I mean, honestly, none of you guys had very bad games. It was a good team effort there on Cafe, getting the 4 attack rounds for the first half, and it's just smooth sailing from there on out.
Yeah. The last couple rounds were kind of, things got a little bit heated.
Well, you know
because-
how it goes. I mean, you're up, you're up 6-2, and you're thinking, oh, we can take a few risks here and maybe just like slam these guys.
Oh, for sure.
Get 'em-
Maybe jump
you
out.
know.
Maybe jump out a window.
Yeah.
Maybe jump out red.
All right,
So
there. I
close
didn't know
to
how
the
to
3K
shoot.
though.
I didn't know who to shoot.
So close to 3K. I thought that was going to be a round one for sure with you guys. You really hurt the Thermite and the Habana there. They were both at around probably 30 HP.
Yeah, Therm was like 30. Oh, it was a good game though. Well played by the other team.
Yeah, it was honestly a very good game to watch. You guys were very efficient on attack, which is sometimes harder to see on Cafe. Have you guys been stratting and scrimming a lot for this map?
Yeah, I mean, not all the time. Every other day.
Gotcha. But this is clearly one of a map that you guys feel comfortable on.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Top 2 maps.
Yeah, the roam clip was very effective by you guys in a lot of those rounds. I mean, even if there was no one holding, you guys were often just in there in the first 30 seconds. 30 to 45 seconds, you already had all the map control you needed.
Yeah, it just comes with time,
Did that surprise you at all that they didn't have anyone to delay any of the push, especially when they were in
Sometimes, yeah,
position?
we were kind of just like chuckling to ourselves.
Yeah, that was free real estate at that point.
For real, free real estate.
All right, well,
Like-
good game to you and your team. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the viewers?
I don't know. GG's.
GG's. Well said. Well put.
Yeah, thank you, Benito. Very good game from you guys. I'm looking forward to see what you guys can do the rest of the season.
You too. Your team too. Bye.
So I think. Yeah,
So
that's going to
another
wrap
game
it for
coming
this
up.
game. It's going to be at 9 p.m. It's going to be Ice Gaming versus Tempest on Oregon. I believe that is a group. Yeah, that is a Group B matchup here. That's should be a pretty good one. Oregon, a map we've seen a lot of this season. I think we're going to continue to see a lot of it. It's a map that a lot of teams are strong on, and a lot of teams are comfortable on it.
Yeah, Oregon going to be one of the most played maps here, I suspect, in the first couple weeks here of the new season. But with that said, that's it. That's it for us. Team Voltage coming out with the win over Team Solid. Very good performance from them. Very innovative strats. Very well worked on the roam clear. You heard it here. Top 2 map for them. Cafe. Don't take them there next time. You heard it here first. That's it for us. Have a good night.